Okay, recording has started. Number 8 of the review sheet says to find the empirical formula, and then it gives us all these masses. So you would write 0.0134 grams of iron, which will be converted to moles. You will write 0.00769 grams of sulfur. That will be converted to moles. And then 0.0115 grams of oxygen, and convert it to moles. Okay, could you guys help me out? Find the molar mass of iron, sulfur, and oxygen, or I know oxygen. Find it for those two so we can move faster.
Iron is 55.993. And then sulfur is 32.06.
Okay. When you multiply this, did we get answers? Did anybody do this right? Let's multiply. And by the way, if you prefer the 1 there, that's fine. So after we multiply and we get our answers, I get this was -4, sorry. Let's do this.
But what does that say, 55.993 for iron?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Okay, which one is the smallest number? Probably the top one, right? So then what do you do with that smallest number? You divide all of them by the 2.39.
I just kept it as a big decimal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably preferred. Okay, so what did we get? Okay, 1, 1, and 3. And that means that the formula is, and this is empirical formula, is equal to, I probably should do this neater. Iron, which is 1, automatically assumed. Sulfur is 1. Oxygen is 3. Okay? Any questions about that? Let me ask you this. If they had given you the molar mass, would you know how to find the molecular formula? This is the empirical formula. Okay? Now, empirical formula is the one that's more reduced. Very quickly, I am going to calculate the molar mass of this for a reason. If I tell you that the molar mass is 272 grams, okay? What I want you guys to realize is what the molecular formula would be in that case. Now, if you found the molar mass of just this, it would be 136 grams, okay? But if I want to find the molecular formula, I don't know what it is, but if I know it's double that original mass, what would you have to do to each of those elements? Yeah, by 2. So if this had been the molar mass of it, it would be Fe2, S2O what? 6. Okay? So that is the difference between the two. Would you guys like to pick one out from 9 through 15 that you would like to work on?
Yeah, what is exactly?
Standard.
Oh, you should know for standard temperature and pressure. First of all, know what it stands for. Know every part of this abbreviation. That the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius and pressure is 1 atmosphere. It's a memorization thing that you just need to know.
So what's the value?
And it's 22.4 liters. Yes.
What's
Quiet. Did you have a question?
Yes. If you go back up to the last problem, why would we divide, or why would we multiply for the molecular formula everything by 2?
Only if I had told you that the mass of this molecule is 272 grams.
Okay.
And you would compare it to the original, which is 136 grams.
Okay.
But if I told you the molecular formula of the final molecule is 136, then it would mean that they're exactly the same. Okay? If I had given you a triple amount, you would know to triple everything for the molecular formula. Yes?
What is SI unit for substance?
Which number? Oh, number 14.
Yeah.
Good question. Very good question for number 14. What is the SI unit of amount of substance? That's what a mole is, guys.
Okay.
You need to know that. Very good question.
And then can we work out number 11?
What?
On the test, like,
What?
is it all just like the math work,
Yeah.
or is there some like definition?
The definitions are stuff I have written on the board. So, like, they might ask you what's the difference between a molecule and a compound. You would have to know. Or they might give you an example, and you have to tell them which one is the molecule, which one is the compound. So, this is the information to study. Yes.
Can we go number 11?
Okay, I will. Yes. Okay, 11 and 13. Anybody else? Okay. So let's do this. I actually stopped recording.
Can you restart this?
You want to know? You want it recorded?
Yeah, just because with it being on Monday.
Yes.
What does it say for relativity?
Oh, listen, for relativity, are you paying attention? You need to know this. You guys know we don't actually know what these atoms weigh. It's just too hard to weigh a tiny atom. So what we do is we just compare it to the fact that if we make carbon 12, then we're just comparing everything to carbon, and it's the theory of relativity. So we don't really know what they weigh when they're by themselves, but we know that boron is 11 compared to the 12 of carbon. Everything is compared to carbon.
Why carbon?
It's just what Einstein picked, and it worked. That relativity is based on carbon 12. Did you guys find a Quizlet for this chapter?
I haven't looked yet, but I'm probably gonna make one,
But wait, sorry, I have to tell you. Schumann, no, I'm not going to record 11. It's exactly like 8. It's the same exact steps. You would change each one to moles, divide all of those answers by the smallest number, and that will tell you how many you have for the empirical formula. So it's the same exact thing. Okay, so let's do number 13. Find the molecular formula, and the entire sample is 212. Then they give you these different masses. Okay, this is similar too, but we'll go ahead and do 13. Okay, so we have 42.4 grams of hydrogen, and 169.7 grams of carbon. Okay, we're converting both of them to moles. 1 gram for every 12 grams. You would do the math. Let me see if I have it already done.
Which number is this? 13?
It's 13. Okay, so I do have the answers. It's 42 to every 14. So which one is the smallest of the two? The 14. So you would divide both of these answers by 14. And when you do, you get a 3 and a 1. So that tells us we have 1 carbon and 3 hydrogens. So that is the empirical formula.
So do you always divide it by the smallest number?
Yes, it's the same sequence of steps every time. Okay, but that's just the empirical formula. They want to know what the molecular formula is, and they tell us it weighs 212. Let's figure out what the mass of this is. It's actually just 15 grams for the molar mass, okay? But they tell us that the molecular formula is 212. Oh, now I see why you think this one's hard. It is. Okay. So this is the mass. Why would they double? Oh my gosh. This is a harder one. Okay, this is why. Pay attention, people. Then how would we...
Would you divide 212 by 15?
No, because the 15...
To figure out how many times you have to multiply it? So then you multiply it.
Oh, this is where... Okay. This is what helps us. This is what makes it a little bit different. You see how they tell us that the molar mass is 30? This is the kicker. This is what gives us the answer. They tell us the molar mass of the whole thing is 30, but if you take the mass of just the CH3, which was the empirical formula, it's 15. The fact that it's doubled tells us that for the molecular formula, everything is doubled, and so therefore it will be C2H2. You would have to... What threw me off was the first... That was just extra information that didn't really help us. So that's what made that one difficult. I'm glad I wasn't recording that. Okay. How about any others? Okay, I will be posting the key after.
You have to write it in the order that you want to, or does it not matter?
Order?
Like the order...
Oh, no, you would know because of the choices that you have, that they give you. Yes, ma'am?
Is Noah and Charlotte still in class?
Yeah?
Could you please send them down to come sign out?
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you know you were signing out? Oh. The what? No, don't even try. Why don't you socialize with each other?
It's just, in art class, it's so boring unless I'm like listening to a podcast or listening to music, but now I can't do that.
Maybe the teacher could